Hey, Aries, intuitive soul coach here with your May 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right. Wow. I was hoping we wouldn't be seeing a lot of past energy, but we do have some sort of healing around maybe a family dynamic. For some of you, this is codependency. Okay. A lot of you are in separation, or you have ended a situation from the past. Now, I also get here with the reconciliation. You may have given someone in your past numerous chances, Aries, and I feel like you're ready for the brand new, and that's probably why I'm not wanting to spend a lot of time on the past energy. Even though it's showing up here, it's almost as if spirit is guiding you to move forward. I feel like there are new beginnings here. Whoa, that one came shooting out. This is your deep foundation, so just give me 1 second here. Oh, that's why. Okay, because some of you, this is a marriage, or this was a situation where maybe you had children with someone. This could have been a happily ever after at some point. I mean, some of you could still be in this dynamic, and if you are, there's healing that needs to take place. Codependency could be a factor. Addictions could be a factor. Someone's family, in-laws, siblings, or children could be a factor here, and that's coming to an end. And I'm really getting this strong push about moving towards a new beginning. What's in the recent past here for Aries? Okay, healing. Thank you. I'm getting a very loud and clear Eric. Eric came in very strong. Some of you, this has to do with Eric. Four of Swords, healing taking place, trying to find your mental stability here. Some of you may have even been obsessing about a situation, about a person, or around a problem. Eight of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of you are done putting in the work. Yeah, and that's why you're ready for a new beginning. Bottom of the deck, you have separation. We're just going to get all the cards out here and dive back into the beginning. This is what's coming in. That's how you're feeling. What's going on in the environment for Aries, please? Yeah. A conversation may have already happened between you and this person. Okay, I feel like you did discuss your feelings honestly with a person, but maybe it wasn't reciprocated in the way you would have liked, or it felt like you didn't get anywhere. But I do feel like there's going to be an apology. There may have been a lot happening for you here, a lot. Some of you, I'm just sneak peeking, bottom of the deck, third party, Three of Cups, possibly third party. Some of you may have dealt with someone who was a partier. They like to indulge. They like to have fun. They like to tie one on, right? I feel like if that's the situation, it's almost as if there's an ultimatum type of energy here. So let's dive in, Aries. Whether you're single, you're partnered up, you are in a situationship, we'll look at it all. Now, because you have healing family issues, this is all about forgiving, possibly parental energies, maybe forgiving past situations where you felt like you were caught up. I'm getting here spiraling out of control. Some of you are dealing with family members who had strong addictions or mental health disorders. Now, I'm not a licensed psychologist, but I do feel someone may have been struggling mentally, whether it was you or someone you were dealing with. Now, codependency could have certainly been a factor here, including addictions, including wanting to receive the love that you never had as a child. Some of you, this is emotional abandonment. You may have had a father or a mother or both in your life, but someone wasn't emotionally there because perhaps they had their own addictions. They had their own troubles with mental health. Perhaps they were taking care of, the household financially, whatever it may have been. And I feel like you you partook in this in some way, shape, or form, whether this was childhood or it was in an existing relationship that you had in the past. Now, we do have reconciliation. So this can be reconciling with the past, because I don't want to spend too much time there. You know where you've been. I'm getting this strong push about not staying in the past long. And that makes sense with where you're at. No wonder, Six of Swords. You're like, I'm getting out of Dodge, Melissa. I don't want to talk about the past any longer. I mean, I don't feel like you're giving someone a second chance, but I feel like you're giving yourself a second chance at love. And if you're already in a relationship here, you could just be having a heart-to-heart conversation with someone, discussing your feelings, why there was a breakdown in communication, or why something happened, possibly that Three of Cups energy, how to get someone help, how to get someone to a space where you both can communicate effectively. And perhaps that's the past returning in. For others of you, I really feel like you're washing your hands of a situation. You start off with a Death card. I mean, that's done energy. You've given someone too many chances. You've stayed past an expiration date for a lot of you. Bottom of the deck, we have separation. Pay attention to the red flags. You have honeymoon. It's in reverse though. So some of you, yeah, honeymoon stage is over. For some of you, time apart from your partner is on the horizon, or you have been in this separation energy, but you are ready to reconcile the past and move forward towards a new beginning. There were a lot of red flags. Don't be so hard on yourself as well, because sometimes we bypass red flags. We overlook them. We don't want to see them because we want what we want. And in this case, you have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. Who doesn't want the happy family, right? Who doesn't want the commitment and the love and, partnerships? I mean, some of you may not want family, may not want kids. That's okay as well. Or maybe you didn't have that option. But I feel like there was a major life misalignment. Someone may have wanted kids, you did not. Someone wanted to move to the mountains, you wanted the ocean, right? Someone thought that they could work 24/7, right? And the other person would raise kids or whatever it was. I just feel like there was a complete misalignment that led to a big breakdown here. And you may have been beating yourself up over the situation, or really sitting in some sort of disappointment or heartache or codependency, right? But I feel like you're ready to kind of come back. And I feel in the month of May, this is a really great time for you to open your heart to a new course of action. That's what I feel for you. So diving in, we have the Death card. This is endings, right? It's major and total transformation. A lot of people get scared off by the Death card, but it's inevitably part of life, right? This is Scorpio energy of rebirth, endings, spiritual growth, transition. When we hang on, right? When we resist change due to codependency, due to pain, due to wanting to reconcile because we think someone else is going to change, or we think that things are going to get better, right? And we stay in it for months, for years, for decades sometimes. You've had enough here is what I'm getting. And there's something within you that is having this major breakthrough. If you've been single for quite some time, Aries, I feel like you're reconciling with a part of you that has always dreamed and hoped for a 10 of Cups or a 10 of Pentacles, because it's showing up in your hopes and fears, and it's also showing up below you. So some of you have had this already, but you had to go through this period, or you currently are going through a period of transforming the old life. You're going to be okay. You're going to come out on the other end wiser. You're going to come out on the other end never going back to the old part of you. And that's not always a bad thing, right? That's how we grow. That's how we evolve. That's how we transform. And I am getting, there's a part of you that your higher self, that part of you is acknowledging how far you've come and acknowledging your choice to move forward here in such a strong way. Although there's a little bit of hesitation. Even though we have the three of Wands, it's showing up crossing your path. you may be wondering, for those of you that are coming out of maybe a marriage, or maybe you're in a marriage currently, or some sort of commitment with the 10 of Cups, I feel like you may be questioning your path. Should I end this situation? Can I start off in a new place, a new location? Should I go back, online dating, or should I give myself a second chance? I'm just getting with this 3 of Wands. This is about new opportunities here. You have been weighing up your pros and cons here is what I'm getting, and your hard work, your mental work, your emotional work, because I see you've been putting in the work. You've been putting on the work, towards maybe a relationship, but for, I would say 90% of you Aries out there, you're putting in the work towards your own self, and that's being rewarded here in the near future. You can go off and do this. If you want to go out there and start dating, you can do this, right? If you want to put an end to a relationship status, whether you're single, partnered, divorced, widowed, whatever your status may currently be, I feel like you're putting an end to it once and for all. And you're saying, I'm going to put myself out there because I deserve love. I deserve happiness. I deserve someone who's going to invest in me just as much as I'm going to invest in them. You may be telling yourself, I'm going to invest in myself for a while, right? For others of you, I do see here that, you're sick and tired of being sick and tired for some of you out there. I'm just going to say it. I also feel with the 3 of Wands showing up, you may be second guessing yourself because you don't want to miss out on your 10 of Cups, right? You don't want to miss out on this 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. 10 years is coming in here for some of you, or a decade. Yeah, you have the 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Some of you may be thinking about family, grandchildren. Maybe that's part of the codependence, right? If this is some sort of marriage or something coming to an end, you may be wondering, how do we split assets, or who gets the house, who gets the animals? What's the child custody look like? Who's going to dip into, how are we going to split up retirement? Whatever it may be, it can be so difficult. Instead of you're just meeting someone for the third time and you don't like each other and you go your separate ways. I mean, for a lot of you, this is like built a life. Even if you're a single parent, you've built a life here, and opening yourself up to dating, or opening yourself up to potentially being in a new status, is a really big life change for a lot of you. That's why you have the Death card. Now below you, you do have the 10 of Cups. So I do feel for a lot of you, there was marriage at one point or another, or a high level commitment where you lived with someone. Some of you had family that lived with you. Okay, in the past, maybe this was a parent that you lived, that came to live with you. It could have been someone's stepchildren. I'm getting stepchildren, or your own children may have been a factor. I'm getting over the age of 18 as well. Someone may have had a sibling or a cousin or someone like that live with you. I'm also getting maybe fostering or adopted children. Okay, now in the recent past, you have the 4 of Swords. There's your healing, right? Mending that beautiful mental mind, a little bit of R&R time to focus on self-love. Just take a little bit of you time, renewal, rejuvenation, taking a break, catching your breath, and regrouping. Because someone was overthinking or overworking, maybe even obsessing, or ignoring the signs of rest here. But you're saying, I'm just going to relax. Maybe you even were able to sit in a pool, or sit in, a hot tub, or sit in an area or body of water where you could just kind of melt. Some of you, it's a hot bubble bath. Okay, men or women, does not matter here. Now, what's above you? You do have the 8 of Pentacles, and it did show up in reverse. So for a lot of you, you're not putting any more energy into something you were putting energy into if it wasn't paying off. Okay, if it was not paying off. Now, 8 of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like someone was not driving themselves hard enough to heal. Okay, and if I feel like this was someone else, I mean, the someone else could be you, but for a lot of you, if you were dealing with someone of the past, they weren't willing to put in extra work. And even though you may have wanted to give someone a second chance, maybe many second chances to heal the family, and I feel like it was very important for you to heal. You didn't want to split family because maybe you came from a split family, right? You didn't want to feel like you weren't putting in the effort, but some of you, you're throwing in the towel, and I feel like you've done all that you could do. Okay. I just, you're moving on because you don't want to be in the Five of Swords. I mean, look at that. This is showing up here in your future. And I feel in order for you to put an end to some sort of bickering, you can see the two children. And this card always, this illustration of this card always kind of feels like a little bit of a sucker punch, because you see these two children. They are below the counter. They have their knees up, blocking their heart chakra, protecting, maybe not just blocking, but protecting their heart chakra, when all they want is to be loved, right? All they want is to be seen and to be heard. Maybe they didn't get that as a child. Maybe their inner child is throwing a temper tantrum because of some pain and some wounding, because look at in the background there. In the back of the wall, there's a family portrait, a heart, and all the families together. And at one point there was some sort of goodness, right? Or you wouldn't have came together. You wouldn't have started a family, or you wouldn't have dreamt of a future with another person. But over time, something started to deteriorate. You see the two pointing fingers at each other, right? Hands up in the air, angry, bitter, resentful, just feeling like we're not part of a team anymore. It feels separated. It feels alienated. You don't want that, right? That's not what you signed up for necessarily, but it also takes two. And I feel like one out of the two here, or maybe two out of the two, are throwing in the towel, or they're just saying, we've come as far as we could in this relationship or in this energy. There needs to be an end. And that's what I feel here for you. And for those of you who are single, this could be reconciling a childhood wound that may have kept you in a place of being single, kept you in a place of repeating the same type of relationship, or kept you in a place of self-healing for quite some time. That could be what is coming to an end. I mean, we're constantly healing, Aries. Don't get me wrong. We're always evolving, healing, learning, growing. But sometimes we put so much emphasis on the deep spiritual healing, and we feel like we have to be perfectly healed before we can open up our hearts. I've never been a fan of that. I mean, yes, get your stuff together, right? But we don't have to sit in it for 20 years is what I'm saying here. Now, what are you feeling? Eight of Wands. I think I said Six of Swords earlier. I'm getting a strong Six of Swords for you. It's not the six. It's even faster. It's the Eight of Wands. So this is, you moving forward. Some of you want to take someone with you, right? You do. You want to take someone with you because you're a lover. You're a healer. You want everybody to raise to the vibration that you're at because you've done the work, and it's exciting when you finally get to a point where you're feeling good and you know that there's a better way and there's happiness. And sometimes you just want to grab everyone's hand and say, come with me. But that's not, our role, or sometimes it's not their journey to come along, at least not at the timing that it is ours, right? So when this Eight of Wands comes in, some of you could be traveling. You could be meeting up with someone. This could be relocating, moving. There could even be some incoming communication. Now, for those of you where there was an ending with someone and you had to separate, right? Perhaps this person has come back into your life and said, I'm willing to put in the work. Right? We're a family, although we have the death energy here. And I just feel like there has been some sort of a cut off. But because we do have the Five of Swords showing up in the near future, I feel like if this person comes in with any flags, if this is a person of the past or a new person, you have grown so much on your spiritual path, on your healing journey, that you're going to see this a mile away. Right? You're going to see this a mile away. And Eight of Wands, I feel, is some sort of communication coming your way. What are you going to do with that communication? Well, Four of Pentacles here. So we're getting a lot of fours, which is about foundation. It's about stability. It's about structure. And you want there to be balance and structure in your life, in your relationships. You want there to be kind of like a table built on four legs, right? It's able to stand steadily. You could dance on that table if you wanted. And if there's only three legs, or if there's only, the two, that's going to topple the second someone gets on there, right? Or the second you set something on there. And I feel when it comes to relationships, you know what stability is for you. And the Four of Pentacles can be withholding affection. It can be about managing your sense of stability and finding that equilibrium. All right. Now, what are your hopes and fears, Aries? The Ten of Pentacles. Long-term growth. You're hoping that you're still able to, maybe after some sort of, some of you, you've been married twice, or maybe even 3 times for some of you. You're hoping that after maybe going through some family stuff, that you can still leave a legacy and you can still grow and you can still find love. Some of you at the age of 50, 60, 70, right? And I feel like this is a beautiful time of long-term growth and goals. This is investment. This is your happily ever after. Just because there's been an ending, Aries, in some way, shape, or form, 10 years ago, 10 months ago, 10 days ago, doesn't mean that this isn't possible for you once again. And your outcome energy is the Page of Cups. Keep that beautiful heart of yours open. This is news of an emotional situation, of playfulness. This is the beginning of a new relationship. It's the beginning of opening your heart to a brand new energy. Okay, a brand new energy. I'm just going to say energy because some of you, it may be with someone you're currently with, maybe that you've healed or you have had an ending between. But for a lot of you, this is a brand new beginning with someone new. Take it as it resonates. Okay, Page of Cups is beautiful. It's like childlike innocence, right? It's about falling in love and allowing yourself to be vulnerable and open up, even if that requires you to possibly get hurt again. But you're not focusing on that hurt. You're focusing on that beginning stage of keeping the heart open, getting to know someone, getting to know yourself. I also see here, for some of you, there are children involved. You may find out you're pregnant, or you currently may be. But I also see with this Page of Cups, this is a message coming in regarding love or romance, a romantic invite, or you may hear of someone getting pregnant. But I get for a lot of you, because we have that 8 of Wands, some of you could be either putting out this emotional news. Maybe some of you, some of you are stepping forward and asking someone else out, right? You may be making the first move here, female or male, it does not matter. But you see that she has the hand. She has the sunflowers all over her dress there. She's ready, right? She's ready here to have more abundance in her life and do what she needs to do. Maybe this hand that she's holding here is, could be a child, a family member, a best friend. I mean, it can be someone, of course, if you're already in this, you could be going on a trip for some of you. Yeah, if there's been a major ending, some of you, this is a death or an ending in the family, and you and your partner, you and your spouse need to reconcile, maybe go for a second honeymoon here because there's been too much conflict, too much noise, and there needs to be a heart-to-heart conversation and just, a coming together here after a difficult period with a death, transformation. Some of you also have moved, or you're thinking about moving, or you may meet someone at a distance. Yeah. All right, let's take a look and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have, please, for Aries, May 2024? We have the Orphans card. Okay, the orphans can feel a little bit isolated, a little bit alone, but trust that everything you're going through at this time is for beautiful change and transformation to take place, okay? Because this is a sense of loss. For some of you, you may even be going through a midlife crisis or an identity crisis. Who am I without being a wife, without being a husband? Who am I without, my child in the house? I mean, maybe the death card is, a transition, a child going off to college or moving out, and you're going through a little bit of the feels here, because this happily ever after or having all your family together is dispersing in some way, shape, or form, and it's leaving you feeling a little bit lost, right? This is about recognizing that something needs to shift here, a need to belong, uncertainty about the future. Because there's a little bit of conflict here, I feel like there is going to be a little bit of uncertainty around it. But with your outcome energy, some of you are deciding to travel, to leave, to open up to new emotional experiences of the heart. And as you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long for support, but you may be disappointed and hurt by others who are not providing what you feel you deserve. Perhaps you are drifting away from this relationship because you are in a different stage of personal growth. Yeah, we talked about that. And as much as we want them to come with us, like, hey, partner, soulmate, lover, come with us. It's much better. It's sunnier. It's more abundant. It's happier on this side, right? Sometimes we're just at different stages of our maturity, our evolution, and our soul's journey. Perhaps you are in a new relationship and discovering that you don't share the same values and beliefs. So you feel left out, unable to get to that intimate place of safety and belonging. Take heart, Aries, as spirit knows you and loves you and will steer you in the direction. Oh, I love that. Look at this. For some of you, that's spirit. That little blonde up there, that could be your spirit guide. That could be your hand down there that your guides are grabbing onto, saying, let's go. Because I was getting that very strong energy in the very beginning here of your reading of, let's not focus anymore on the past. For those of you that keep spinning in an never ending loop of a past, and you keep trying to reconcile or hope that something is going to change, I think it's best for you to put an end to that thinking. Put an end to the limiting belief, the self-sabotage, or expectations, expecting something to change because it's just not going to, right? And that could be the cold, hard truth that maybe some of you need to hear. I know it's not always the easiest to hear, but you deserve happiness. You deserve love. You deserve this Page of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, and it's coming here for you. It says, don't compromise yourself to belong. It won't be worth the price, right? Because Spirit loves you and will steer you in the direction of those who accept you as you are without artifice or agenda. Yes. Who does not want to, we don't want to be in a specific situation where there is some sort of an agenda attached to it. That's codependency. And that can be subconscious codependency. That's not fair. That's not fun for either party. The protection message. I am going to read the protection because some of you have this Three of Wands. It's so close. You can taste it. You can feel it. You can almost touch it here, but it is showing up as a challenge. So I am going to read to you the protection. The shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Ooh, we're going back to the Five of Swords here. Those two little kids, that little boy that just wants to be loved by his daddy or his mommy, right? That little girl who just wants a hug, who just wants to talk to mom one last time, or who just wants to feel heard, feel seen, feel valued. Or these two little kids that just want to be little kids, and maybe they were forced to grow up way too young. The shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you've formed and make a decision to heal the past once and for all. That's what we said here. Wow. Whew. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect to others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you, Aries. Let it, right? Let life love you. I like that. Let life love you. I've been here. Right? I've felt orphaned. I felt abandoned. I'm sure you have more than once, more than twice. We don't have to choose to keep doing that to ourselves, right? We can interrupt our own patterns. And as I always say, sometimes the things that happen to us in childhood are out of our control, right? Or they're part of our soul lessons. They're part of our growth. but our healing is our responsibility. And I feel like you deserve to free yourself from that feeling of abandonment. Some of you are only children. I'm an only child. All right, let's get a message here from your crystal spirits. And at this time, I just ask if you can, Aries, we're going to do a little meditation to connect to your crystals. So at this time, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And upon your exhale, with your eyes still closed, please tune into that third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now your crystals could present themselves as a beautiful, sparkly, shiny color of red or orange or blue or purple. It could be a favorite gemstone of yours that you carry in your wallet or in your purse or in your bra or in your sock. Maybe you wear it as a bracelet or as a necklace. Perhaps it's a gemstone that's emanating a specific frequency of love, transformation, healing, or even grounding. It could be more than one crystal. Maybe you even know the name of it. If not, that's okay as well. And if you need a moment, Aries, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your crystal, whether it's the color, whether it's a name, whether it's a shape. Drop your crystal in the comment section below to be entered into the free reading giveaway, where I draw one winner around the first of each month and post right back here on the channel. All right, for some of you, this is what I was picking up on. So whether it was someone's energy I was tuning into, but I heard moldavite. And then I also seen one of those beautiful stones. I forget what they're called. If you guys remember, drop it in the comments. The stones that have the hole through them. Okay, someone may have seen that crystal or that stone. Beautiful. We have orange sapphire. Orange sapphire, card 41. Some of you may be 41 years old, or you may be born on the 5th, life path 5, or you may be in a personal year 5. All right, what do we have here? Orange sapphire, card 41, is all about joy in sensuality. It's respecting the body. It's body love. This is a very sacral chakra energy as well, kundalini, sexuality even. Our interactions with others through technology can help us build the bonds of friendship, family, and romance. But orange sapphire spirit appears when you need to get back into your body and connect with it physically so that you can express love in a tangible way. Hug someone, hold their hand, and explore the gifts of the senses with another, listening to music together, cooking good food with each other, being in the same physical space. Ground your relationship in activities you do with each other day to day so that you both can be reminded of the precious gift that is the body and nourish your relationship with it. And for those of you that are single, same applies here, right? Listen to music, touch yourself, get intimate with being in your body, right? Instead of just numbing out or checking out. This is a big reminder. Cook and eat good foods. Explore your taste buds, right? This is about you being in your body. That's going to help you feel more present and not stay stuck in that spiral of the past, okay? Orange sapphire is a very effective stone in stimulating the second sacral chakra. It can assist those who desire to experience the sensuality in life as well as the creative juices flowing. It asks us to explore the world through our senses. This can be silken fabrics, chocolate melting on our tongue, the feel of finger paints as we create on a canvas. Meditate with this crystal when you start a creative project or when you want to feel more sensuality, when you want to get in touch more with your sacral energies and get those creative juices flowing in any way you want, right? You can work with orange sapphire. Beautiful. All right, Aries, last but not least, let's get a message here from the Work Your Light Oracle. Whoa. Okay, that came out hot. We have Warrior Woman. If that's not sacral energy, right? Warrior Woman, it says, have you answered your deepest calling? Have you answered your deepest calling, male or female? Some of you, maybe the warrior woman was a mom or was, is a guide for some of you as well. But there's a deep, deep calling within you. And I feel like that's what this death energy is about, right? That's what this is a personal transformation that you are going through so you can explore your deepest calling on a level that it may feel a little bit scary. It says, take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. I also feel, and that's why you have the Four of Swords here, there is a shift happening where there may be a lot going on around you. Maybe there's a lot to do. There could be a lot of changes coming in, but you have this ability to just go with the flow more, stay present, and don't think so far out here or so far back here that you get, overwhelmed. Okay, that's the message. And then lastly, we have, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. You're doing it right now, right here, right now. Whatever's going on in your life, you're meant to go through at this time. But I see a major ending coming in that is going to allow you to open your heart more. So if you're in a situation right now where you feel abandoned, where you feel orphaned, where there's this argumentative energy, or there is some sort of codependency taking place here, trust that this transformation is helping you rise up to your deepest, most true calling. And for some of you, for a lot of you, if you're not already in a Ten of Pentacles energy, this is a hope that I feel you will manifest. That is what I have for you, Aries. I hope that was helpful. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps the divine channeled messages get to those that need it most. Please drop your crystals or gemstones in the comment section below the video. Be sure to hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. And thank you so very much for tuning in, Aries. Lots of love.